Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, expresses in his book Meditations the concept of the fortress as a representation of the inner strength that a person can build to protect themselves from external fluctuations. However, this fortress is not something physical. It is a spiritual and psychological stronghold. In his Meditations, Marcus Aurelius believes that the person who seeks to live a calm and happy life in a world full of pressures and challenges must rely on their mind. The mind here is considered the fortress or stronghold that no one can breach or destroy unless the individual allows it. From this standpoint, he clarifies that all external factors, whether life's hardships or the actions of others, cannot affect a person if they are capable of controlling their mind and actions. The fortress that Marcus Aurelius talks about in his philosophy is a robust and fortified mental state based on full control over thoughts and emotions. It is an internal stronghold through which a person can face the challenges and pressures of life without being affected by external circumstances. This fortress is not about material things or what happens around us, but is grounded in wisdom and self-discipline, so that no person or event can breach or destabilize it unless the individual permits it. The values and ethical principles that a person adheres to form the inner walls of this stronghold. In the face of pain, anger, or provocation, the person remains steadfast and resilient, as they do not rely on external circumstances to feel inner peace. The mental fortress is the space where a person finds the strength to persist without falling prey to the daily pressures. Indeed, the inner fortress Marcus Aurelius talks about is something that people need more than ever today. In our modern world, which is filled with daily pressures, a constant flow of information, and persistent anxiety about the future, it has become essential for individuals to have a mental stronghold that protects them from the external influences that might negatively impact their psychological and emotional well-being. In our time, we find that people are exposed to various pressures, whether in work, relationships, social media, or even economic challenges. However, the ability to control the mind and emotions has become one of the most crucial skills a person must learn to face these challenges with inner peace. The inner fortress gives the individual the ability to resist anxiety and stress, allowing them to remain steady despite the surrounding disturbances. As we have learned from Marcus Aurelius, it is not what happens outside that affects us as much as how we respond to these events. If people are able to build a psychological fortress based on internal values, self-discipline, and wisdom, they will be able to deal with life more flexibly, thereby reducing the impact of daily stressors on their mental health. The core idea that Marcus Aurelius wants to convey is that a person's mental well-being should not depend on external circumstances. If a person relies on external factors to feel secure or happy, they will be vulnerable to the fluctuations and pressures that may affect their psychological stability. On the other hand, a person who masters their mind and improves emotional regulation will be protected within their inner fortress from the effects of these external influences. The message Marcus Aurelius conveys is that true strength lies not in having more resources or physical power, but in having the ability to manage one's mind and emotions wisely and properly. If a person is able to build an inner mental fortress filled with wisdom and self-control, they will be able to withstand life's challenges without being affected by what happens around them. In this way, true strength becomes the ability to maintain inner peace and balance despite external pressures. In conclusion, the inner fortress that Marcus Aurelius talks about remains the fundamental pillar of inner peace and the ability to endure life's challenges. By mastering the mind and emotions and building a psychological fortress based on wisdom and self-control, a person can face life's fluctuations with a calm mind and a strong heart. In a world filled with daily pressures and challenges, this philosophy remains an effective solution for freeing the individual from the negative influences of the outside world, enabling them to live with inner peace and psychological stability. If we learn how to build our inner fortress, we will be able to maintain emotional balance and mental strength, empowering us to face life with courage and resilience.